There's nothing that you're going to get out of by trying to convince someone who's already committed to misunderstanding you to see you for the way that you want to be seen. For people to see you and understand you, they first have to want that. So if they're already cynical about it, like if they're already committed to seeing you in a certain way, there's genuinely no point in trying to convince this person otherwise. Sometimes, unfortunately, these people are your friends, like your old friends. And one thing you have to remember is that most people rarely change in their lifetime, okay? Now, people can change their opinions, people can change their perceptions, maybe, people can learn and grow their mind. But I've seen that there's a difference between people who change, like in a good way, like because they transform themselves, they really like redeem themselves even, because they go through like transformation and healing and redemption period. Like they really become a different person to a point where they don't even recognize their own past self. There's those people, and then people who just, grow and do things here and there. And I mean, they do go through self-development period. They do elevate in their life, or they may not, but they still are relatively the same person. So this is where people grow apart. And the second group of people, they will be so convinced that they see you for who you are today, but they don't. These people will always try to remind you of who you were in the past, and they'll even like make jokes about it. You have to be able to recognize like there's no convincing here. You can't convince them to see you. And it sucks. It's really not about like painting someone as a bad person or who's right, who's wrong. It's just that you have to understand these people don't have a developed perception to appreciate the growth that you have gone through. They might see the way that you have grown, but they're only going to see you from their level. Always remember, people can only meet you as much as they've met themselves. So, and here's the thing, you might actually fall into this category as well. Okay, I don't know which group that you fall into. You might be in the group B as well. But simply developing in their opinions and life experiences doesn't mean that they change. It's really a different thing. Unless you are in group A, you really don't know what it's like to be a completely different person. And usually people who are in group A, they are very understanding and compassionate of other people. They don't judge other people. They're not very judgmental because they have truly gone through like a change themselves, and they understand firsthand that it is possible to truly change as a person, and they know what it's like to live with a past that might be filled with shame. And either way, just know that you can't try to convince someone to see you for who you are if they don't want to meet you there.